Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ayana. I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be doing like more of an eyeshadow, more in-depth step-by-step tutorial. I'm not going to be doing the face too much. I'm going to leave my foundation routine and my tips and tricks on getting a nice flawless face in another video, so it's going to be a part 2 to this video. So this is going to be the part 1 because that's just how I do my makeup. I always do my brows and my eyes. Well, I do my brows first, then I start with my eyes, because depending on what type of eyeshadow you're using, it might be a lot of fallout and you don't want that to mess up your under eye or your foundation. So we're going to start with the number 1 rule. Not number 1 rule, but what you need. Like, you have to have brushes. Like, brushes is key. Like, you have to, there's a brush for every occasion. Like, for instance, you have the blending brush, right? So this is basically what you use to, you know, start putting, when you put your transition color. I will explain what a transition color is in a minute. Okay, so you got the blending brushes, and then you have the flat brushes. The flat brushes that you apply on your lid. For instance, if you want to shimmer on your lid, if you want to matte on your lid, this would be the brush that you use. Will be a nice flat brush. Now, for those that like to be precise, like me, I basically use I can't get my names out. I use like pencil brushes. Pencil brushes are best for when you want to put a color under another color. I'm going to explain that to you in a minute because it's a lot going on here. So basically, when I do my little cut creases and when I want to put, I have my transition color and I have a color right under that one because I want it to be an ombre effect, then I would use a pencil brush. There are all types of pencil brushes, all types of flat brushes. There are high end, there are low end. My favorite brush company to buy from, if you're just starting out, would be Bhcosmetics. They have every single brush you can name. They have the pencil brushes, they have the blending brushes, they have the flat brushes, they have the angle brushes for your let me show you my favorite. This is the angle brush I use for my eyebrows. I have two. One has a spoolie and one doesn't have a spoolie, but I mean, whatever is your preference. Yeah, there's all types of brushes. You have your stippling brushes, but we're not going to talk about these because these are actually for the face. We're working on the eyes today. So there's a whole bunch of brushes. There are crease brushes, there are pencil brushes as well, and then there's a crease brush. Crease brushes are actually what you put into the crease. When I say, yeah, I'm putting this into my crease, I'm in this area here. Pencil brushes are usually like when you're when you're under your crease. Like, my crease is here. I feel like my crease is here because this is what shapes my eye socket. Okay? So after I shape my eye socket, then I go a little bit below that, and then I start adding like maybe a deeper shade or whatever. But we're going to go into that right now. I have all these brushes here like this because I basically washed all these brushes yesterday because I wanted to show you guys, because my brushes be getting dirty because I do so many looks and I should be washing them when I'm supposed to wash them, but sometimes I just be lazy. But anyway, I'm using the Bhcosmetics SHAANOXO. I don't know how to talk today. Okay, I'm using the Bhcosmetics SHAANOXO palette today. This is her first palette. I did not purchase her part 2 to this palette. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I really want to, because I don't know. I just don't know, because I barely use this one, so I don't want to buy it and then barely use the other one. So yeah. So today, okay, we're gonna start with primer. Now, me personally, I don't use an eye primer. I basically use a concealer. I feel like concealer works just as good as a primer. I mean, you know, we use concealer all the time under eyes, so why not use the same concealer to set your lids? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. try to use a concealer that is thick, not too thick, creamy, and blendable. Because sometimes there are concealers that aren't that blendable, and it can basically make your eyeshadow crease faster. So I basically just use a regular. All my brushes have a purpose. I don't use a whole bunch of brushes for the same things, if you get what I'm saying. Like this brush right here will always be for my concealer for my eyebrows. I just realized I didn't do my eyebrows yet, but this brush I basically use for my concealer or for my eyebrows and as well for my eyes. I just realized I did not do my eyebrows, and I always do my eyebrows first. So you know what, I'm going to prime these eyes, I'm going to set them, and then I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera. When it comes to setting your eyes, you can use any color. Not any color, I'm a liar. Any like tan color. Like this would be a perfect color. This would be a perfect color because it's basically going to be under your eyeshadow, so it will not peek through at all. It will not peek through. So you can use any light shade. You can even use a shade that's closer. You can even use a shade that is closer to your eyelids. That's even better. But sometimes I use to set my concealer on my eyes, I use the Flawless Concealer Brush from e.l.f. Is this the right one? See, they look the same. I think I use this for the concealer, but I actually use this for my eyes. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable using, that's fine with me. I mean, it's your eyes, girl. So I'm gonna use. Ooh, did you just see that? Go into this light shade here. These shades doesn't have any names or anything, so we're gonna just go into the light shade here. I'm gonna just tap that on it just like this. We're not gonna rub it, we're just gonna tap it because we're trying to set the concealer. I have a lot of creases in my eyes, so I try to look down into it so there will be no creasing. But you know, there's always a crease somewhere. I mean, what ifs. So now I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. My eyebrows is done, which they took forever in 2 days. So I prime my eyes, I set them as y'all seen in the last scene, the last clip. Now I'm gonna go in with a blending brush, y'all. We're gonna do some blending. Aren't y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, this is the e.l.f. Fluffy Blending Brush. This brush looks like this, nice and fluffy, so you could just go like this in your crease, be sloppy with it, depending on your look. So I'm going to go in with this red brick shade right here. I'm going in with this shade right here. I'm going to just put that all in the crease. This is going to be my transition color. Transition colors are colors that you see above, like closest to the eyebrow bone. Closest to the, let me come on. Your transition color is the color that you first start with, meaning like it's going from red to black, then I put the shimmer on top, if you get what I'm saying. So your transition color is going to peek through your whole eyeshadow, meaning from starting from here, and then you put another color, then you put your shimmer, depending on which look. That's the look I'm doing today, so that's I'm going to show you how I do it. So now I'm going to use this brick color as my transition. So I'm going to go in my crease. Even though this is a blending brush, you can always use a crease brush, whatever you feel comfortable with. So I'm gonna just go into this with this brick color. I'm looking down because I have, like, when I look up, I have like I have kind of hooded eyes, but I don't at the same time. So I look down so I can really get precisely into my crease. So I'm just gonna put this red color right up here. I'm just gonna be sloppy with it because it's gonna peek through, but it's not. This is not my main attraction. So we're gonna just put this in a crease. you know, just blend it out. Sometimes I bring it down a little bit to give it a little cat eye effect. I mean, depending on what look you're going for. So I put a little more because I really want this to peek through with my whole eyeshadow look. So this is nice and fluffy. You can move it back and forth. It doesn't because some brushes are stiff. I don't like stiff brushes, especially when it comes to blending, because you really need to really exercise your muscles and your fingers. So you just move it, just moving. It's just moving lightly, you know, just moving lightly across your eyes. You don't need nothing poking you, nothing. You just need smooth sailing, okay? So I'm gonna do the other eye. I can never get comfortable to do this eye. It's always like this. But you know what? I'm gonna go like this today. So I'm gonna go do the same thing to this eye, because I'm right-handed. So when it's time to do the other eye, I'm just like, I can't get comfortable. I don't know what it is, but I should do this eye first, actually. But I never do. Okay, so we're gonna just put this in this crease here. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're creased up. Creased up, that's cute. So we creased up right now. So now we're gonna go in with, what's this? This is a crease brush. Excuse me. What's the other brush I had? Okay, we're gonna go in with a pencil brush. This pencil brush, this is, let's see, this is a contour brush. I call it a pencil brush because it gives me like the pencil point type of thing, but this is a fluffy pencil brush. So I'm gonna go in with this pencil brush, and I'm gonna go in with this deep charcoal gray color. I'm gonna look down in my mirror. Do I have another mirror? Because this thing is too big. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. mirror. This is the mirror I basically always use. So I'm gonna look down, and you see where the red is. I don't know if you guys can see. You see where the red is? I'm gonna go right below that and add the black. When it comes to dark shades, guys, like, don't go little at a time. Don't just go into the black and boom, because you can't you cannot fix that, trust me. So I just go a little at a time until I get the pigmentation I want. I also go under the red. Of course, we're gonna blend all of that out later, but I go under the red, and then I kind of tap around it. I tap around it, and then I flick it. I go just like this. This is my routine when I'm doing a cut crease, a half cut crease. So I just flick it, or a halo, depending. So I just flick it, so it could be like a little ombre effect. So I go back in, and I just deepen that line. When I'm carving out my crease, sorry, my eye socket. So I'm just carving it out. I'm going just like this, lightly. And sometimes I bring it in more, so when I cut the crease, you can see the black and then transition to the brick color. So I just go again, I flick it again, right? Now you see the black, and then you see the red. We don't want no harsh lines, so I'm gonna go back and with the same brush I used to put the red, and then I'm going to blend it out. But before I do that, I'm going to do the other eye. I'm about to dip into the wrong thing. I'm going to the other eye. So now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to tap and remove my brush right where the red stopped. Right where the red stopped. And I'm going to flick it. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other eye, the first eye. See, I'm bringing it in a little bit, so when I start blending it, everything will be seamless. So I just, you know, bring it in a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna go back in. Where did I just put that brush? Okay. I'm gonna go back in with the fluffy brush, and we're gonna go back into the red brick color. I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna go back into the red brick color, tap off the excess, and then we're gonna go back into the crease. But before we go exactly back where we first put the color, we're gonna like go in between the black and the red, and just go like this and blend it, so it will be no harsh lines. We're gonna go right where the black and the red stops. Woo. We're gonna go right with the black and the red stops, and we're going to blend, 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 blend until you're satisfied. The key is blending, guys. You see how it's seamless? You go to the black to the red. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's more like it's more of one, and then well, we know it's two colors, but when you look at it, it's more of an ombre effect. It's not like, okay, I know where the red stops, so I know where the black stops. They don't need to know where to stop at. That's not their business. So I basically just blend, blend, blend. See? You see this one? This has a stop line. This doesn't. So I'm going to go back to the other eye. I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to blend until our heart is content. See, everything is blended. So now if you feel like you lost some of the black, because I tend to feel like once I put another color on, I lose pigmentation of the last color. So I go back. Where I put that brush? Yeah, I go back with the pencil brush. It's like a back and forth thing, back and forth until you get the look, the intense that you want. Because I really want this to be carved out, but you know, it's trial and error. If you feel like it's not carved out enough, then go back in and put some more. No big deal, no big deal. If you feel like you lost your intensity, then you can simply put some more black there and then go back in with the beauty blender. Go back in with the blending brush and just blend it out. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, see, now everything is blended. I'm going to go back and blend this in, because everything you do to one eye, you have to do to the other. So everything could be seamless and everything could be even. We don't need no non-even, okay? So sometimes you look, I'll be like, okay, that has more red and this doesn't. So I'm going to go back. I mean, you probably can't see it, but I can see it. So I'm going to go back and put a little bit more red so it could be together. See how you see the red? Do you see the black? That's what I mean when I see transition color. So we're gonna blend that in. And then being that you have color up there, when you add your highlight to your brow bone, it's just all gonna just come together. Trust me, y'all, trust me. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this. I don't know what shimmer I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go in with this shimmer right here. See if you can see, can you see it? I'm going with this shimmer right here, and we're gonna use a flat brush now, a flat brush. So we're gonna use, this is the flat eyeshadow brush. See, I was right. And this is from Bhcosmetics. So we're gonna just go into this. No, I'm a liar. I need to cut the crease. Oh, I must be crazy, right? We're gonna go back in with the Tarte Shape Tape, and we're gonna take the same brush I use for my brows that y'all didn't see, but I do have a brow tutorial, and I'm going to link that down below if you're interested in seeing it. It's a real step-by-step how I do my brows, because it takes so long to do. Okay, so we're going to cut this crease. When cutting the crease, when I cut it, I go like this, and if it's not transferring into the up there, then I know that I am at my guideline, because we don't want no shimmer transferring into our transition shade.
One more night, I'll be by your side. Just stay.
The shimmer that I want to use. So that's up to you. It's your preference. I mean, what I do like to do with that pencil brush I use, where is it? That pencil brush I use to get it to really blend in, I blend it in with the concealer. I don't even touch, I don't go back in, I just use the access on the brush, and I just blend it in with the concealer. So when you add the color, it's like you don't have to do too much blending. I feel like that's a trick I discovered for myself. So now we're gonna go back in with this, and we are going to, sometimes I wet my brush. I don't have no spray. I forgot my spray. Okay, we're gonna make it work. We gonna make it work.
Just stay one more night. I'll be by your
With the flat brush. Now we're gonna go back, but we're gonna, oh no! Don't you hate when your beauty blends is full? Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the pencil brush, and I'm going to just, like I said, blend it into the black, the choco black. I call it like a gray. It's like a gray shade. It's not really like a what do you call it? It's not like a. It's not like a black. It's not black, choco black. It's more like a gray black. I see this side is more intense with the black than this side, so now I'm gonna go in with some winged eyeliner. If I could ever pick it up. I do this off camera because you have, you know, eyeliner issues sometimes. I mean, when I come back on camera, it looks popping, but you don't know what I go through to get it on. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is the eye look. This is the eye look I came with it, with this palette, and I actually like it. It just came out bomb. So this is the eye look I came up with, and I freaking like it. I try to go in as depth as possible with these eyeshadows, because I know it could be very, when I mean very, like, it could be very intimidating, it could be very hard, it could be very confusing, it could be very everything. But I promise you, I was the same way. Do not feel bad. If you go and watch my other videos, like, I watch them, I'll be like, yo, what are you doing? I watch my videos and I'll be like, bro, what was I thinking? Why would I use that color? Why would I even put my wing liner like that? Like, it was just, but you know, it's trial and error. We're all not gonna know everything off the back. Like, you know how many YouTube videos I watch, how much makeup I bought. I'm still buying makeup because I get so inspired. Being that I know how to do eyeshadow, I don't think I'm a pro. I think I may be close to it, but I'm not a pro yet because I'm still learning. I still watch YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos as well because I have a lot of things that people ask me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put it in a video and I'll send it to you, because it's hard to type and explain. It's hard to do it face to face unless I'm doing it the eyeshadow on them, or whatever the case may be. but it's just really hard for eyeshadow. Like eyeshadow can be very hard. Like I feel like contour and highlighting, that is more easy than eyeshadow, because you could get a whole bunch of, that's why I use this palette, because this palette has it has 9 colors in it. This palette would be perfect for a beginner, me personally, because you got the transition shades, you got the shimmers, you got the creases, you got the transition colors, you got the transition colors, the crease colors, and you have the shimmers. So that's why I was like, I don't know what palette to use for the beginners, but I picked this. This is the first palette that came to mind when I saw this palette, and because you know I have a whole lot of other bunch of palettes and high-end palettes and stuff, but this is perfect. Like, it's perfect for a beginner, definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna do my face on camera because I plan on doing a highlight and contour foundation video and an in-depth one. So this is going to be a part 2 to this video. So if you want to see, this is going to be part 1, and then when part 1 goes up, when I film part 2 will be linked in this video. So thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing me so much love. And if you have any suggestions, DM me, Facebook me, Instagram me, whatever the case may be. Comment down below and let me know what you want to see. Like, what you want me to show, what I do. Just let me know. But I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Y'all stay up. Enjoy y'all day. Enjoy y'all week. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.